There's a difference between life's professionals and life's amateurs. This was something I picked up from my dad. He used to talk about professionals and amateurs all the time. And life is actually extremely easy if you approach it as a professional. A professional gets things done on time, up at X time, by X time, X is completed, by this time, that's completed. Speak to this person on this day at this time. Be a professional. The average man is amateur in nearly everything he does. When I see, because I'm perspicacious, when I'm around, unfortunately, when I'm around peasants, when I'm around you peons, I look around me and I see how unprofessional everybody is. The way they move is unprofessional. The things they say are unprofessional. Their worldviews are unprofessional. Everything is unprofessional. They're walking around, headphones in, super killable. Couldn't even hear me sneak up on them with a fucking chainsaw. So I was talking to some jackass the other day, and he was holding a bottle of water, and I said, why do you hold that bottle of water? I know this is going to sound, maybe I am crazy. Am I crazy? I think I might be crazy. He goes, well, it's thirsty. I was like, yeah, but it's half drunk. Yeah? Then drink it. This is true, right? I'm thirsty, I buy a bottle of water. I drink the entire bottle of water, and I throw the bottle away and free my hands for combat. Maybe I'll be attacked imminently. Who knows? Maybe it'll be an avalanche, and I have to Aikido strike a fucking rock and split it in two to save my life. I don't see why I need to have a bottle of water in my primary hand, my number one weapon, and disable myself to walk around with the water for 5 minutes and then drink it. Drink the fucking water. You're fucking thirsty or not. If you're not thirsty, don't buy the water. If you are thirsty, buy the water and drink the water and dispose of the bottle and get on with your fucking life. Why are you carrying it around? Why have you lumbered yourself? It's only a bottle of water. No, but it's not just a bottle of water. It's unprofessionalism. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to buy a bottle of water and walk around with an extra half a kilo. It's stupid. It's fucking dumb. But it's true. It's the same thing with a couple guys. If I have water and I throw a guy a bottle of water, there's never such thing as too much water. You can't be too hydrated. I mean, I'm sure there's some scenarios where you can die from too much water, but I very highly doubt most of you are walking around on the threshold of dying if you have another sip of water. So if someone throws me a bottle of water, it's always okay. It's never like, I'm not thirsty, I don't want it. Boom, doom, boom, done. It's more likely that there's going to be some fucking crazy event where I end up somehow stranded in the desert within the next 30 minutes by helicopter abduction. And I will be very thankful I drank that water. That's more likely than me dying of drowning from drinking it. So statistically, I should drink it. But you'll never see me going, have a sip, okay. And just walking around with it. It's gay. It's gay. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but it is. So this same dickhead with his little bottle of water, I had to educate him. You know, it's kind of cool being me because I tell people these things and they think I'm crazy, but they also know I can kick the living fuck out of them. So they're a bit like, oh, okay. And they sit there and like, well, I really want to make him mad because Tate's dangerous. And I am. So we're sitting there and about a few hours later, we're on subject for something else. Talk about how Amazon's conquered the world and how there's no point going to the mall anymore and blah, blah, blah. And it's all true. And he was complaining about his Amazon Prime account and stored his credit card details, some bullshit. And I was like, you don't know your credit card details? He was like, no. That's another sign of absolute amateurism. So you don't know your credit card details? He's like, no. So do you know your passport number? No. Do you know your driver's license number? No. So you don't know any of the numbers that literally allow you to exist as a human. You need the little piece of plastic to remind you. Your brain is full of song lyrics and fucking complete trash. Your brain is not full of important things. It's full of shit. You could erase 90% of the crap in your brain and you'll never miss it and never need it again. But you don't have the ability to book a flight online without finding that little piece of plastic. Isn't that absolutely unprofessional? Isn't that amateur? I'll tell you how I operate. I could lose my wallet. No problem. Give me a terminal. Give me access to the World Wide Web. I know my passport number. I know every single detail on it from head to toe. Of course, I know all my personal information. I have in my brain memorized 6 different debit cards, head to toe. Doesn't matter if one gets blocked or 2 gets blocked or 3 gets blocked. I will be sitting there on that website on that terminal, typing in details until my flight gets booked. I will escape. I don't need a little piece of plastic. I know it all here in my brain. I have bank accounts where the card has been destroyed. I've gone to some South American country, put $500,000 into a bank account, destroyed the card and all physical evidence of said bank account, and memorized the debit card details so that at any time in future, as long as I have access to the internet, I can type in some numbers and I have money to pull upon from the sky. Do you understand when I talk about professionalism and amateur? This is the level I'm at. I know everything about myself here in my mind. I have 30 phone numbers memorized. If I need it, it's here. You fucks and this dickhead, if you need to escape a hostile country and you need to get the last flight out of fucking Saigon, you can't do it without finding your purse. What's my expiry date? You're a jackass. That's amateur. So when I talk about amateurism and professionalism, I hope you start to understand that if you're a professional and you live life as a professional, how easy and how brilliant life can be. And if you're watching this right now, I absolutely guarantee you're an amateur, and I want you to change.